Hello and welcome to World in 2 Minutes, brought to you by trtworld.com. Let's take a look at this hour's developing stories. A military spokesman said Israeli ground forces will completely withdraw from the Gaza Strip ahead of an Egyptian-mediated ceasefire set to begin at 5 a.m. GMT. Lieutenant Colonel Peter Lerner told reporters that the Israel Defense Forces would be redeployed in defensive positions outside the Gaza Strip, and they would maintain those defensive positions. An American missionary infected with Ebola while responding to the outbreak in West Africa is expected to be flown to the U.S. on Tuesday, while doctors in New York say they are treating a patient with Ebola-like symptoms. Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City said it is treating a patient who visited the emergency room with Ebola-like symptoms. The hospital said in a statement, the man recently returned to the U.S. from a West African country where Ebola has been reported. A male patient arrived at the emergency department in the early hours on Monday, complaining of a high fever and gastrointestinal problems. The symptoms mirror those of several possible illnesses. Western officials said that Russia has roughly doubled the number of its battalions near the Ukrainian border and could respond to the Kiev's government's gains, thereby launching a cross-border incursion with little or no warning. Over the past several weeks, Russia has built up 17 battalions, totaling 19,000 to 21,000 troops, into a battle-ready force of infantry, armor, artillery, and air defense within a few miles of the border. According to officials, it has vastly expanded its firepower, increasing the number of advanced surface-to-air missile units to 14 from 8, and deploying more than 30 artillery batteries. Russian news agencies reported that President Vladimir Putin has ordered his government to prepare retaliatory measures against the latest round of Western sanctions. Putin was quoted as saying, "Of course, it should be done carefully in order to support domestic producers and not hamper customers." And that was all for this hour's World in 2 Minutes. You can always log on to our website, trtworld.com, for more stories.